The first color has 2 lines, right? And the second color has most content. Clicking on 100% shows the text that the student wrote. As mentioned, shows 0% written by the student. 100% means attachment 1, and attachment 2 is the text that was written 0%. Where did 100% come from? This file you see is the Word file. The Word file shows the student got the text or content from 2 places. 89% from the internet, the color here, and 11% from the institution's database. The institution's database is the university. If a colleague submitted a paper before and he took from it, it shows 11%, which are the 2 lines. 100% means attachment 1, and 100% attachment 2 is the text. Where did the 100% originate? This is the Word file. The Word file shows the student-sourced content from 89% from the internet, as shown here, and 11% from the institution's database. The database is the university. If a colleague submitted a paper before and he used it, it shows 11%, the 2 lines in that color. The remaining 9% is from the internet. This part is about this section. It clarifies this color is 9% and 11% is the second color. 11% was from another student's research. And where did the 11% come from? From the institution's database, referring to the university. This means that if there was a colleague of this student who submitted a research paper before and he took from that research, it would show you the 11%, which are those 2 lines. The 9% came from the internet. This part relates to this section. 9% is this color and 11% is the second color. It states that 11% was taken from another student's research, and the 89% was taken from the internet from a site called Modu. Click the arrow by the internet icon near 89%. This color represents 11%, but the rest, which is 9%, is taken from the internet. This part relates to this section. 9% is this color, and 11% is the second color. It states that 11% was taken from a student's research. The 89% was taken from the internet from a site called Modu. Click the arrow by the internet icon near 89%. Click it. The 89% was sourced online from Modu. To access it, how? Click the arrow by the internet icon near 89%. This shows an icon to open the source. Click to open the Modu link for content. This is the source site. For the 11% research paper, click 11% for the source. This shows the source, and it will bring up this icon below to open the source of the match that was taken from the internet. You will click on the site itself. This link will open the site called Modu from which the student took the content. This is the site from which the content was taken. Now regarding the research paper, that is 11%, click on the 11% to get the source of the research. This will show you the source. As for the student, there was a student who submitted this research before, and he submitted it, for example, in the month of Ramadan. His assignment or task was called the first assignment in Ramadan, and it was for a specific course. When he submitted it, it provides you with the details. It gives you the details regarding the originality report. It also provides you with another summary. If you click on that summary, it will give you a simple overview. This is a very brief summary of the originality report. The student, that is, there was a student, this is the student's name. He had sent this research before, and he had sent it, for example, in the month of Ramadan. His homework or his assignment was called the first homework in the month of Ramadan. Its name was this, and there was also a course like this. When he sent it, that is, he brings you the details. It brings you the details regarding the presentation of the original report. It also brings you another summary presentation. If you click on this summary, it brings you the summary in a very simple way. This is in a very brief way for you. Presentation of the original report. So, we have seen together how to create groups and assignments, and how to submit assignments either as a group or individually. We also looked at the Save Assign tool and the originality report. Now, if I go to the Grading Center, let's take a look at the Grading Center. Now look here. We will come and say View Grading Details, and we will assign a grade to the student. For example, to give you an idea, when you grade an attempt, let's say we give this student 2 out of 5. So 2 out of 5 is not just for the student, but for all group members. So we simply write the 2 grades. Click the Submit button to execute this part. Okay, while the page is loading, we currently have 2 grades. If we go back to the Grade Center, you'll find that the 2 grades are set. Who are the 2 grades set for? They are set for all the students who are members of the group. So this student number 7, for example, is working hard, and wants to increase their grade by 1 more point or something like that. So everyone now has 2 grades. You can go to this student, click on it, and write 3, for example, just as an example. So it's totally fine. We were able to adjust the grade, and this student got 3, while the other students got 2 without any problem at all. Can the student view it? Here, regarding the part where the student can see the plagiarism percentage before submitting the report, let me just close this section and show you. When you create the report, you are actually creating the assignment. You will find here, do you see it here? We were enabling this to activate the tool, but here, there's a nice feature called allowing students to view the originality report for their attempts. So if you enable this, the student will be able to view the report for what? For the plagiarism report of the originality tool. So you check this option so that the student can see the originality report if you want to do something like that. You see here, we were teaching this to activate the tool, but there's a nice feature called allowing students to view the originality report for their attempts. So if you check this option, the student will be able to view the report for what? For the plagiarism report of the originality tool. So you check this option so that the student can see the originality report if you want to do something like that. This is regarding the assignment and the part we saw in the grade center. Now, regarding the grade center, let me go back to you. If you have any questions, please ask, because I'm going to start working in the grade center a bit, as this is a very important part for you. The other part of our training, God willing, won't take much time. The grade center is crucial for us. So is there anything unclear? The one who completes the correct transaction tool, you should learn here so that the student can see the report of this correct report if you want to do something like that. This is about the assignment and grade center part. Regarding the grade center, I will address your questions, as I will work in the grade center, an important part for you. The other training part won't take long. The grade center is crucial. Any questions? Can curriculum link to outcomes? Clarify this part to connect it. I will explain this in course reports linked to course objectives. This relates to objectives not yet activated. I will show you this part. Does second attempt check affect first for same student? No, it does not affect the same student. Can the repeater be linked to the learning outcomes? This part is very important for you to link. I will explain what this part means. We will see it. It is not available here now. We will see it together in something called academic repeater reports and how these reports are linked to the objectives of this repeater. It is linked to objectives, but it is not a system reaction, but I will show you this specific part, God willing. Is the second attempt test affected by the originality test in the first attempt? No, for the same student. No, for the same student. No. We will see together the part that is, okay, there is nothing in the assessment center. Okay, is there anything in the assessment center? You had students one day, you had students in the assessment center, and then you found that a male or female student had disappeared from the assessment center. Does this happen? You can tell me. I had a student. As Dr. Hassan mentioned, the student might have withdrawn or been barred. There could be other reasons. As Dr. Omar said, it has happened to you, but there's also the possibility of withdrawal or being barred. However, the student might not have withdrawn or been barred, but there was something called hiding the student from the grade center. Pay attention to the hiding aspect. Hiding happens sometimes while working. Mistakes can occur. You might accidentally click hide row in the grade center. Let's say student number 9 is no longer visible. All of this might not have happened. The student might not have withdrawn or been barred, but the issue is that there was something called hiding the student from the grade center. So you need to pay attention to this specific part, which is the hiding aspect. Where does hiding come from? It happens sometimes while I'm working, and it can happen to all of us. Mistakes can occur, you know. You might accidentally click on the grade center and hit something called hide row. This can happen when you are navigating through the grade center and accidentally click on certain options. For instance, you might unintentionally select the option to hide a row, which can lead to confusion. So let's say you have a student number 9 and now they are no longer visible to me. In this scenario, let us consider a student with the identifier number 9. Due to this action, the student will no longer be visible in your list, which can be quite concerning. All right.